Fantasy romance anime gets slept on hard. Today, we're counting down 10 shows that somehow flew under everyone's radar despite delivering magic, love triangles, and heart-crushing moments. Let's fix that right now. Number 10, The Case Files of Lord El Meloy 2. Kicking off with number 10. Look, I know what you're thinking. Wait, this is a Fate spinoff, how is this underrated? But hear me out. While everyone's arguing about watch orders and simping over Saber, this gem quietly became the thinking person's Fate series. We follow Waver Velvet, now grown up and teaching magecraft while solving supernatural mysteries. The romance isn't your typical anime blushing fest. It's subtle, tragic, and hits different when you realize everyone's carrying emotional baggage heavier than Gilgamesh's ego. The show treats you like an adult. No hand-holding, no exposition dumps every 5 minutes. You get political intrigue, magical murder mysteries, and characters with actual depth. The relationship dynamics feel earned, not forced. Yeah, the animation's not ufotable level, but the writing? Chef's kiss. Wait, no, I promise no filler words. The writing absolutely slaps. If you want fantasy romance that respects your intelligence and doesn't rely on beach episodes, this is your show. Number 9. Today's menu for the Amiya family, sliding to number 9. Okay, imagine the Fate universe decided to take a vacation from its own depression. That's this show. Shiro Amiya's out here cooking actual meals instead of projecting swords. And honestly, this might be his greatest superpower. Every episode follows Shiro preparing seasonal dishes while servants and masters just hang out. No Holy Grail war, no existential crises, just vibes. The romance sneaks up on you because it's not aggressive. It's domestic. Watching Saber genuinely enjoy food, seeing Rin act like a normal teenager, witnessing these characters just exist peacefully creates this warm, fuzzy feeling that hits harder than any dramatic confession scene. The food animation will make you pause the show to order takeout, I guarantee it. Some fans say it's boring, but those people have no soul. This is comfort food in anime form. And the gentle relationship moments between cooking segments prove you don't need dramatic declarations to show love. Sometimes it's just sharing a meal together. Number 8, Sweetness and Lightning. Landing on number 8. This show weaponizes wholesomeness. Single dad teacher Kohei is raising his daughter Tsumugi after his wife's death, and neither can cook to save their lives. Enter his student Kotori, who has mommy issues of her own, and boom, you've got the most precious cooking trio in anime history. Before you get weird about it, the romance subplot is barely there and handled tastefully. This is about found family first. What makes this underrated is how it tackles grief without being manipulative. Kohei's trying his absolute best, Tsumugi's learning about her mom through recipes, and Kotori's finding purpose. The fantasy element? It's slice-of-life magic, where ordinary moments feel extraordinary. Watching Tsumugi's face light up over successfully making rice balls hits harder than any battle shonen power-up. The show understands that healing isn't linear, and the gentle romantic undertones between adults who are just trying to figure life out feels refreshingly real. Also, Tsumugi might be the cutest anime kid ever created. Fight me. Number 7, A Galaxy Next Door. Looking at number 7, what if your manga assistant was secretly an alien princess? That's the pitch. And yes, it sounds like someone's self-insert fanfiction, but stick with me. Ichiro's drowning in deadlines and family responsibilities when Shiori shows up. Talented, mysterious, and definitely not human. One accidental kiss later, involving her alien biology, they're basically married. The cosmic fate romance trope, but make it manga industry hell. The chemistry works because both characters are disasters in opposite ways. Ichiro's the responsible older brother type who's forgotten how to live for himself. Shiori's literally from another world and has zero social awareness. Their relationship develops through deadline crunches and shared cup noodles at 3 a.m., which honestly, more relatable than most anime romances. The fantasy elements are light, mostly her alien heritage and the marriage bond, but the show focuses on two workaholics learning to care about each other while juggling actual adult responsibilities. It's not groundbreaking, but it's sincere, funny, and deserves way more attention than it got. Number 6, The Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil. Moving to number 6, an angel and demon are sent to Earth, told to make the other fall. Instead, they catch feelings faster than a speedrun world record. Lily's the evil demon who's actually sweeter than cotton candy, and Akutsu's the pure angel who's kind of a smug jerk. The role reversal comedy writes itself, but what makes this work is how self-aware it is about rom-com tropes. These two are terrible at their jobs. Every scheme to corrupt or purify the other backfires because they're both idiots with crushes. The show knows exactly what it is, a fluffy, supernatural rom-com that doesn't pretend to be deeper than it is. But the fantasy world building is surprisingly solid. Heaven and hell have bureaucracy, politics, and middle management. The supporting cast of angels and demons are all varying degrees of incompetent, which makes the whole thing feel like a workplace comedy that happens to involve cosmic forces. It's not trying to be Devilman Crybaby, and that's fine. Sometimes you just want attractive supernatural beings being awkward at romance, and this delivers. Number 5, 3D Kanojo, real girl hitting number 5. Otaku falls for the 3D girl instead of his anime waifus. The premise sounds like it's about to lecture you about touching grass, but it's actually way more nuanced. Tsutsui's your standard anime-obsessed loner until Iroha, the girl with a reputation, crashes into his life. What follows is messy, real, and sometimes uncomfortable in the best way. This show doesn't romanticize otaku culture or completely trash it. Tsutsui has to grow up, but the series acknowledges why he retreated into 2D in the first place. Iroha's dealing with her own baggage, rumors, family issues, health problems, and their relationship is two broken people trying to figure things out together. The fantasy here is subtle, finding someone who accepts you're weird. The drama gets heavy, dealing with terminal illness and social stigma without pulling punches. Some episodes will wreck you emotionally. It's not always comfortable to watch because relationships aren't always comfortable, but it's honest, and the payoff is worth the emotional damage. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Number 4, the morose Mononokean. Dropping into number 4, Ashiya can see yokai and gets possessed by a fluffy yokai on day 1 of high school. Classic start. He ends up working for Abeno, an exorcist running the Mononokean, basically supernatural customer service for yokai with problems. It's like Natsume's Book of Friends meets a supernatural temp agency, and nobody talks about it. The relationship between Ashiya and Abeno is this slow burn partnership that's part bromance, part something deeper the show never fully defines, and that ambiguity works. They're dealing with yokai who are often more sympathetic than humans, exploring themes of belonging and acceptance through supernatural cases. The fantasy world building is rich, multiple realms, yokai politics, ancient contracts. The show balances episodic yokai of the week with an overarching mystery about Abeno's past and the underworld. It's cozy and melancholic simultaneously. The romance is subtle, maybe even accidental, but the emotional connection between characters is undeniable. If you loved Natsume but want something with more structure and ongoing plot, this deserves your time. Number 3, midnight occult civil servants. Sliding to number 3, government workers managing supernatural entities in modern Tokyo. Arata joins the Nocturnal Community Relations Division and discovers he can understand another's. Gods, yokai, angels, demons, all the supernatural beings living alongside humans. His new job? Supernatural conflict resolution with actual paperwork involved. This show goes hard on mythology. We're talking Norse gods, Japanese yokai, Christian angels, all existing in the same bureaucratic nightmare. The fantasy elements are treated seriously. These beings have real power, complex motivations, and don't play by human rules. Arata's ability makes him valuable, but also puts him in constant danger because supernatural politics are messy. The romance is understated, woven into partnerships and divine obsessions that complicate everything. One character's past life connection to a powerful another's creates tension that's part romance, part cosmic horror. The show tackles heavy themes, sacrifice, duty, identity, while maintaining that procedural case of the week format. It's smart, weird, and criminally underwatched. The blend of modern, mundane life with ancient supernatural forces creates this unique atmosphere that sticks with you. Number 2, farewell, my dear Kramer. Rolling to number 2. Wait, a sports anime on a fantasy romance list? Hear me out. This is girls' soccer anime from the creator of Your Lie in April, And while there's no literal magic, the way it captures the passion and artistry of the sport feels fantastical. Nozomi Onda's a soccer prodigy stuck at a school where the girls' team is a joke. She transfers, finds her people, and suddenly we're in underdog sports drama territory. The romance is unconventional. It's love for the game, love for the team, and the intense bonds formed through shared struggle. Character relationships have this intensity that reads as romantic even when it's technically platonic. These girls are obsessed with soccer and each other in ways that blur lines. The animation during matches transforms the sport into something beautiful and impossible. The fantasy is aspirational. What if people took women's sports seriously? What if passion and skill mattered more than gender? It's grounded but feels magical because it's showing you a world that should exist. The emotional beats hit like Your Lie in April because this creator understands how to make you care deeply about characters chasing impossible dreams. Number 1, Seven Senses of the Reunion. And finally, number 1, a VRMO anime where players can't log out. Wait, don't leave. This isn't Sword Art Online retreaded. Asahi's childhood friend and gaming partner Kaori died in real life. 2 years later, he finds her character online, still playing. Is it really her? A ghost in the machine? Someone's cruel prank? The show explores grief, virtual identity, and whether love can transcend death through online worlds. The fantasy setting is your standard MMORPG, but used as a vehicle for emotional storytelling. Asahi's processing trauma while the game itself might be bridging life and death. The romance is haunting because you're never quite sure if it's real or if Asahi's creating meaning from tragedy. The show doesn't give easy answers. Other players have their own reasons for staying in-game, their own losses and escapism. It examines how we use virtual worlds to cope, connect, and sometimes hide from reality. The emotional core, a boy trying to reconnect with someone he lost, elevates it beyond typical game anime. It's melancholic, beautiful, and asks uncomfortable questions about grief and moving forward. Underrated doesn't begin to cover it. This show deserved so much more attention for its emotional depth. These 10 shows prove fantasy romance doesn't need massive budgets or hype to hit different. From supernatural bureaucrats to virtual ghosts, they offer something special beyond the mainstream. Which one are you watching first? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more deep cuts. Let's show these underrated gems some love.